Sorry for the late video. We've been going to battle in the last 10% to get this thing done for Motorama, and I just didn't have time to make a video. But I hope you enjoy this video. This week's gonna be basically a 2-for-1. We're gonna put this one out, and then I'm gonna try to get out my regular one on Saturday. But in this video, we work on just buttoning everything up, putting portal boxes on, and as you see, we fire it, but then we have an issue. But thanks to Chris, aka Dad, he came down, and between us two brain surgeons, we figured out what I messed up on. The intake manifold, you've got to pull the rocker arms and the exhaust push rods and intake push rods. Don't ask me, it's a really stupid design, but you have to pull them, and I must have got busy with something else or left the project. I don't know what happened, but I mixed up a couple of the rods, and so we figured that out and got it to run much better. I'm waiting on the exhaust because I want to make it quieter. But enough jibber jabber. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and if you have any questions, drop them below, and don't forget, check us out on our social medias because that's where we post a lot of our stuff. Thanks. Shout out to Green Filters. They sent me this filter for the Buggy. Right here, I'm also putting on a mass airflow sensor, but come to find out, somebody put the wrong one on at the junkyard, so I actually ended up having to go buy a new one. Here I'm tightening up the Odyssey batteries. And yes, that's a big block, but I used some liquid electric tape to kind of try to make it not so conductive. There I'm just testing the lights real quick, making sure everything's still copacetic. So, as you just saw, I had to run to the gas station. I still have to fix the fuel pump. You can adjust how deep it goes in the tank, and I guess we never adjusted it. So, little thing, but got good fuel pressure. Well, it fired up. Here I'm installing the Brannick Legacy axle shafts and their comp joints. The comp joints are 1480, and I'm using some sleeve retainer to hold the U-joint caps in, along with inner C-clips, and just using my ball joint tool to get it in there. Always remember, have a good like Lixie rubber mallet to give a couple smacks as you're driving it, so it loosens it up. And it doesn't seem like it would work, but that's one of the things that I've noticed that helps a lot, just having my Lixie hammer and giving it a good whack. Yes, I realized this afterwards. I am new to the portal world. I put the portal box on this jack wrong, but I got it all figured out and got the portals on. And as you'll see in the next video, we get a lot of other stuff done, and you're going to want to definitely see that. If you see my dash here on the right of the screen, you're going to want to check out the next video, because it's going to be, if everything works out good, it's going to be different, I'll say that. If you see the switch panel down below, that is from Urban 3D, Joe on Facebook. Urban 3D makes, I'm new to the whole 3D printing stuff, but I mean, I gave him an angle, gave him an idea out of my ADHD brain, and in no time he printed it and sent it to my house. So shout out to him. I don't know how this 3D printing stuff works, but he also made my multi-function switch up on my steering column, and I'm going to go over these gauges either in a video or a short once I get everything done and settled. But the ISPRO gauges right below the screw that I'm tightening right now, they are awesome. Some people say, oh, it's because you're sponsored by them. No, like, I've had ISPRO gauges in most of my vehicles because I knew from the big truck world. I've seen them in Freightliners. I've seen them in Peterbilt from the factory. So I always thought, hey, if they're in a semi, they're supposed to work for like 1,000,000 miles or whatever it is. So I'm really grateful to have them on board. I would never have thought I would have had them on board. But their gauges are, the one in the top multi-gauge is soon going to be able to be Bluetooth controlled from your phone. So that's a really cool design. Nobody else really has one that actually is this accurate. I believe ISPRO is up there in some of the best gauges. And we'll go over that in another video, like I said. And here I'm just bolting everything up. This is going to be a mock-up panel. There's your hint. What am I doing for another panel? But I made one out of cardboard and it was too flimsy, so I ended up taking that one, transferring it to this diamond plate aluminum, and then I'm going to transfer this one to said material that I'm going to use. Also, if you look up above where I was tightening that bolt, the washers I'm using are from A&A Manufacturer. they've got the best stuff. Like, it's under Finishing Touches. You have to go check them out. That's another company I've been using for years. My two go-to places for tabs and that kind of stuff is A&A Manufacturing and Ruffstuff Specialties. The problem is I love Rough Stuff for axle stuff and like stuff that's going to get beat, but when it comes to holding a panel like that on, there's no need for a 1/4 inch tab. Like 0.085 tab would work just fine. So I've always used A&A Manufacturer for my smaller light tabs, and stuff that like trick tabs and that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and drop us a comment below what you're working on, and tell us what you're looking forward to wheeling this season. Make sure to check us out on our socials, because like I've said before, that's where we post our most up-to-date content.